Alright, settle in folks, because today we are scaling the most treacherous, most formidable, most self-created peak imaginable. That's right, we're tackling Brianna Wiest's self-help magnum opus. The mountain is you, and let me tell you, this mountain is less Mount Everest and more of a giant, glittery papier match volcano of your own insecurities. The book's central premise is that you, yes you, are the only thing standing in your own way. Groundbreaking, I know. It's like being told the reason you can't find your keys is because they re in your pocket. The whole book is essentially a 200-page intervention where Wiest holds up a mirror and says, "Look, the call is coming from inside the house, and you're the one making it." The core idea is self-sabotage. We apparently love to trip ourselves up. We crave failure. We build these elaborate psychological fortresses to protect us from success. According to Wiest, you're not just procrastinating on your taxes. You're engaging in a deep-seated, subconscious rebellion against financial stability. That third slice of pizza wasn't just a moment of weakness. It was a Freudian cry for help, a symbolic act of preventing your future self from achieving peak physical fitness. It's all very dramatic. One of my favorite parts is the concept of upper limit problems. This is the idea that when things get too good, we freak out and find a way to mess it all up. You finally get that promotion? Time to start a fight with your partner. You meet someone amazing? Suddenly you're convinced they have a secret family or they secretly hate the way you breathe. It's as if our brains have a joyometer, and once it hits a certain level, an alarm goes off, and we have to self-destruct to bring the noise down. It's a fantastic excuse, really. Sorry, I forgot your birthday, Brenda. I was just hitting my upper limit for happiness and my subconscious had to take you down a peg. The book is filled with these little nuggets of wisdom that sound profound until you think about them for more than 3 seconds. Like the idea that our triggers are actually our teachers. So that guy who cuts you off in traffic isn't just a jerk. He's a guru sent to teach you a lesson about patience. The barista who spells your name as Brian on your coffee cup. A spiritual guide showing you the folly of attachment to identity. It's exhausting. Sometimes a trigger is just someone being annoying, and it's okay to be annoyed. You don't have to turn every minor inconvenience into a spiritual retreat. And let's talk about the writing style. It's like someone put a thesaurus, a psychology textbook, and a book of inspirational quotes into a blender and hit frap. We get phrases like, "Your new life is going to cost you your old one." Well, yeah. That's kind of how time works. Your old self is not a foundation, but a cage. It's poetic, sure, but it also sounds like something a villain in a fantasy movie would say before transforming into a dragon. The book also loves to personify your emotions. Your inner child isn't just a concept. It's a small, terrified toddler running your life, probably making financial decisions and giving you dating advice. Your ego is a Bond villain, stroking a white cat and plotting your downfall. Your intuition is a mystical oracle who only speaks in riddles. It's a full cast of characters in your head, and you're supposed to be the director of this chaotic internal sitcom. Good luck with that. Another gem is the chapter on embracing your dark side. We're told to integrate our shadow self. This is the part of you that's jealous, petty, and wants to leave passive-aggressive notes for your roommates. Wiest argues we should befriend this monster. So next time you feel a surge of envy, don't just ignore it. Invite it in for tea. Ask it what it wants. Maybe it just wants to watch bad reality TV and judge people. It's like therapy, but with more melodrama and less of a copay. Honestly, reading this book feels like being cornered at a party by someone who just got back from a wellness retreat and won't stop talking about their journey. They use words like unblocking, alignment, and vibrational frequency. You just nod along, hoping they'll eventually need to get another kombucha. The advice is so generic it could apply to anyone. You need to release what's holding you back. It's the self-help equivalent of being told that to stop being sad, you should just try being happy. And the mountain man metaphor itself gets a bit botch. We're climbing, we're stumbling, we're carrying baggage. We're facing the sheer cliff face of our own emotional unavailability. At some point, you just want to say, can I just take a helicopter to the top, or maybe just stay at the bottom and open a gift shop? Climbing sounds like a lot of work. The ultimate irony is that a book about how you are your own biggest problem can, in itself, become another problem. You start overanalyzing everything. Was that yawn a sign of deep-seated apathy, or am I just tired? Am I choosing this TV show to relax, or am I actively sabotaging my intellectual growth? It turns your brain into a minefield of self-doubt, which is, the very mountain you were supposed to be climbing. You can get so lost in the why that you forget to just do. Look, I'm being harsh. Is there some truth in here? Of course, it's good to be self-aware. It's useful to recognize patterns of self-sabotage. But the mountain is you frames it in such a way that it feels like you need a degree in spiritual psychology just to get out of bed in the morning. It takes common sense ideas, wraps them in 10 layers of flowery language, and sells them back to you as a life-altering revelation. If you're the kind of person who unironically posts inspirational quotes over pictures of a sunset, you will probably love this book. You'll highlight every other sentence and feel deeply seen. But if you're a bit more skeptical, you'll find yourself rolling your eyes so hard you might actually see your own brain, which, according to this book, is probably plotting against you anyway. So, in conclusion, if you want to spend a few hours psychoanalyzing every choice you ever made and convincing yourself that your love for cheese is a manifestation of unresolved childhood trauma, by all means, scale this mountain. For the rest of us, it's probably easier to just walk around it. The takeaway? Turns out the mountain was just a molehill you were told to climb. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy a healthy dose of skepticism with your book reviews, make sure to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.